So this has annoyed me today. I've just seen a news headline on one of my news feeds. Over 700 people call Birmingham's Covid-19 Whistleblowers Hotline over the last 3 weeks. This is a thing where in Birmingham, where they've got certain lockdown measures in place at the moment, I believe, where they can ring up the council, local city council, and whistleblow on any businesses that they think aren't adhering to the COVID-19 guidelines. Now, this sort of thing's just doing my head in, to be honest with you. I mean, it's almost like, the whole sort of Stalinist thing of the KGB or NKVD, as it would have been back then, kind of encouraging local or ordinary citizens to whistleblow and grass on their neighbours and other people who weren't sort of following the party line. And it's just another example of how quickly we've gone from being a proud democracy downhill into this sort of horrible totalitarian situation that we find ourselves in now. And all because of a virus which, let's face it, I mean, if you're under 40, you've probably got more chance of being killed by a lightning strike, than by COVID-19. If you're between 40 and 70, you're probably more likely to be killed in a car accident or some kind of pedestrian or car accident than you are by COVID-19. And even if you're over 70 or in one of the vulnerable groups, you've probably still got more chance of being killed or dying from one of the usual diseases that older people get and pass away from, such as cancer, heart disease, and all the rest, than you have of COVID-19. And yet we are being asked to give away all our freedoms, all our democratic rights, in the name of this so-called virus. Well, I'm not calling it a so-called virus. I know it is around and it has sort of killed a lot of people, but that was back in April. We're past the peak, well past the peak. It's almost sort of back down to sort of February, early March levels when it was just beginning. So why are we continuing with all this police state nonsense? We should be getting back to normal. And it's just something that's happening all over the world as well. That thing I saw in Australia just in the last day or so, where the police burst into this pregnant woman's house and handcuffed her and frog marched her away down to the police station. And all she'd done is put a post on Facebook talking about a anti-lockdown demonstration that's going on, or that was about to happen somewhere in Australia. So, and then I think there's another woman in Australia who was out in the street without a mask, and she was wrestled to the ground by a cop just because she wasn't wearing a face mask. So I tell you what, this is all doing my head in now. We just need to get away from this nonsense, get back to normal, get our democratic rights and freedoms back. And to be honest with you, I think the only virus that's around now is the anti-democracy and anti-freedom virus, and that seems to have afflicted pretty much all the kind of people in power. All the governments all around the world seem to be afflicted by this same virus. And if they're not going to give us our democracy and freedom back, people like you and me are just going to have to get up and get out there into these sort of demonstrations and everything, and posting online, making YouTube videos like this, demanding that they do give us back our freedoms. So anyway, that is my little piece for September the 3rd, 2020. And I will be coming out with more videos like this in the very near future. So keep on watching, and if you want to subscribe to the channel, please feel free to do so. Thank you.